Yes, sir, you can start.
Okay, on behalf of True Digital Startup.com, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you. This is our the Venture X, which they call fortnightly call, and I also wish to thank a lot of investors who've been taking very keen interest in our pitch day calls. It's besides that we have an exponentially growing number of startups. I must proudly tell you all that today we have 293 startups. In the last pitch day call, we were at 250, 274, and today we are at 293. So, the number of startups that are coming on our platform is increasing by the day. And similarly, the interest of the investors is also increasing by the day. All that before I start, I am the host for today. I need to introduce myself. I am Major General Digvijay Sethia. I am a retired general from the army. Did 40 years in the army. I am a recipient of the Sena Medal and the Vishesh Seva Medal. Basically a engineer, but after retirement, my interest, I never knew that I will associate myself with someone like Sanjeev and get involved in the enablement of startups. The whole aim is that in our country we have for our country to be self-reliant. These startups that we have on our platform, the 293 startups, they have the best of technology and innovation. It all resides in there, and it is the enablement of the startups that we need to do. So our endeavor and our ideology is that we work towards that so that they can convert their ideas into businesses, and we move towards the Atmanirbharta that we are all we seeking for the last so many years. I think one of the biggest takeaways from the Ukraine and Russian war is that every nation needs to be self-reliant today, and the startups are the only way that India is going to become self-reliant and Atmanirbhar. And that's our endeavor. We've been working towards it for the last 2 years, and we've had some great successes with the startups. They are deep technology. They're really innovative. The founders are energetic, young, dynamic people. Uh, anyway, we will also have some eminent personalities again today. I would like to welcome Dr. Vijay Kumar Salvia, who is based out of Indore. He's the presidential advisor at the International R&D Creativity Organization, US. He's also the global brand ambassador for Sustainable Development Goals for the United Nations Organization. We welcome you, Dr. Salvia, and we would request you to say a few words if you would like to.
Yes. So,
Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
yes, good evening, good afternoon to all of you, and also the good morning with respect to the international affairs. You know, we are at the platform of the startups, pitching, uh, investing to for a good ideas, new ideas, business ideas. So, myself, Dr. Vijay Kumar Salvia, the Presidential Advisor, Director General for International Research and Development, University USA, India, and we have the research, innovation, startup, university also. To it is the university. It is not the we can say the educational university. It is the real work, real life programming university. Because we have to work with reality, real. What is real? Everybody is working for the career, for job, business. But what other are doing? We are working for the sustainable development goals. Whatever we should learn or whatever we should, we can say, educate or study, it should be converted into the sustainable development of a human body, sustainable development of a business, sustainable development of whatever the work we have. So that we should not depend on the others. So this university is the university which is working for the actual business. Come, learn and earn. Come, start the business. And we have a very short, we can say, different modules, like 40 hours modules from grooming from a anybody if he wants to generate something, wants to business something, or wants to earn something. We directly give the platform. That's yes, come. What do you want? Yes, I want to earn from a like a animal husbandry. So okay, you start. And in 40 hours module, we group the candidates in such a way that then whatever the creativity it will come out. And when it may be possible that after 40 hours, their idea may be converted into the IT. If he or she wants this, I want to work for animal husbandry, then after 40 hours, because of the resources and whatever the tools and techniques we adopted, it can be converted into robotics, it can be converted into artificial intelligence, it can be converted to agriculture. So this is our platform. And after it, we pull the candidates into the training, and then after it, incubation, and then start earning. Up to the first earning and first success, we will with the candidates, and then there is a guaranteed success, 100% guaranteed success. So for this we are working. That is for patent, copyright, self-employment, employment, skill development for all, whatever the development in leadership in living. We are the Happiness Club International. So for the Happiness Club International, every entrepreneur must have the risk power, must have the leadership quality. So and that leadership should be such that they should be happy, happy with their work. If an entrepreneur is happy from inner self, then he or she can jump to success easily. So this leadership in living is very important. So this is the short brief, or
Thank
we
you.
can
Thank
we
you,
can
Mr.
grouping into the very for a long hours also. But because of time constraint, I thanks to all of you that we are here on a platform as an international platform for pitching and for investing investors also. We have a lot of investors, but only thing is that we have to work like that. We have to break our soft zone, and then if you break your soft zone, definitely you will convert into the success. Thank you, Bezat Gabler sir and Sanjeev sir and all of you. Have a God bless you. I will be with you and will guide you. I will mentor you in the right direction with right mentoring. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We also have Dr. Duk Bandhu Rath. We are actually privileged to have him again on the Pitch Day call today. You know, he's a very, very seasoned banker. He's been the Chief General Manager of State Bank of India, Ahmedabad Circle. He's also had a very checkered career and done great assignments in credit, human resources, and international banking, including a foreign assignment with as the CEO of SBI Bangladesh. Welcome, Mr. Raj. We've already,
Good evening.
you know,
Good evening. It's
good
a
evening.
pleasure to get connected to the group, all the distinguished panelists in today's discussion. I think since the presentation is ready, I'll only in one or two sentences I'll say, as you have already said, that I am a career banker and I was associated with Gujarat Venture Finance Limited as the MD and CEO. And let me tell you, Gujarat Venture Finance Limited, which started operation in 1990 as a joint collaboration between Government of Gujarat and the World Bank, is the first venture capital firm in the government sector, whether central or state. I mean, that is the credential of Gujarat Venture Finance Limited. We started building up, three funds, to launch three funds to take care of the entrepreneurs at all stages, either at the seed stage and in the subsequent stages. The efforts have become successful. We also took efforts and made initiative to set up a 1,000 crore innovation fund, I think, which would take care of the, startups at all the stages. That also has been approved by the government of Gujarat in the last budget. I would only sum up what Mr. Digvijay has already mentioned. Startups are the real answer to today's unemployment, and also, our quest for innovation in all the fields. And I am very happy to be associated with this. And all the best.
Thank you, Mr. Rath. I'm sure the founders will benefit from
Yeah.
your views. I would also
Thank
like
you.
to thank the investors and tell them that like last time we had already put it on our on the portal also, on the website also, and I had announced it that we would like people wanting to make investors wanting to make small investments. Minimum is minimum is 5 lakh rupees. We'll draw out a proper mandate for them. We will have first a preliminary call, a preliminary meeting, and then a deep dive before we can go to the founder. We will work out a very, very, detailed mandate for this. We had a very wonderful response after our last pitch day call on this issue. I would like again to reiterate this, and we would like to welcome people. You can write to us at CEO at tdstartup.com for any queries on this. Also, you can come to us through our website. So today, we have two very dynamic founders. The actually the important focus of today's pitch call. First is Raj Menon. He's the founder of Pixel Technologies. He has a very unique idea, where they are using technology to transform the way users interact with smart TVs. They have a new operating system for smart TVs, which is not easy to get for the smart TV manufacturers in India. I will not like to steal the thunder from him. I will like him to tell all this during his presentation. And the second startup we have today is Capital Setu, where we have Ayushi and Pankaj Goel, the founders, doing their presentation. It's a fintech startup. As the name suggests, Setu is bridging the gap. It's a bridge is the Setu. So they will be doing real time digital credit assessment. They will be onboarding people on a digital platform, supply chain finance, cash flow management system, and a host of other things. I will leave it for them to tell you all this. I will only like to, before we start, I hand it over to Siriraj. We will like to, lay a few ground rules. First is that please keep yourself on mute. Let the founder do his presentation. The presentation would last 10 to 15 minutes. After that, we'll have 5 minutes for question answers. Secondly, you can write to us, as I've already given you our mail ID, that you can go to the platform and write to us on the website, and we will connect you to the founders for any other queries. There may be some intricate details that you would like to know, the investors would like to know. Let's hear out to the presentations. Also, I would like to tell you that we are doing a video recording of this. We will put it on the YouTube. Sanjeev works very hard to put it on the YouTube within 24 hours of the pitch day call. After that, you can go to the platform, to the website, and go to the past events and connect to this call for people who want to, go into the presentations in a little more detail, or you may have missed out these presentations. Besides this, at the end of it, we would like you to ask direct questions to the founders. That was the best way here on the call. If you find it that, I must tell you that a lot of investors join the calls, but they stay very quiet. They listen to the founder. So the founders, please don't get discouraged, or disillusioned by this. They will surely connect with you subsequently. So with this, I will hand over the dais to Siriraj. Siriraj, we can have your presentation.
Thank you, Seti sir, and for the warm welcome, and thank you, Sanjeev ji, for providing this opportunity to present. So before I start, a quick intro about myself and how this entire concept came into our mind. So I come with 14 plus years of experience. I